So if you're someone who is into marketing or if you have just started into marketing, then it is very important to keep yourself up to date with what is happening in the industry. Now, this can often be tedious because you already have a regular job and you are already into multiple projects. So with all those happening, how exactly can you keep yourself updated and relevant in the industry? Well, there are some hacks which I use. I just keep myself engaged through some newsletters, platforms, and forums in order to understand what exactly is happening. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the platforms and newsletters which I engage regularly as a marketer in order to keep myself updated and continue to learn new things. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna divide this video into 4 sections. The first one, I'll talk about the newsletters. The second one, about new product launches, about upcoming products which are coming into the industry. Number 3 is going to be about some of the blogs and websites wherein I can usually take inspiration from for different marketing functions. And number 4, of course, some of the communities I engage on. Before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks to all the 157 subscribers who have subscribed so far while I record this video. Big thanks to all of you. And if you're someone who is watching new, please do go ahead and engage so that we can reach more audience in the future. All right, so the first one is going to be about newsletters. Now, why exactly newsletters? It's one of the easiest way and the shortest way in order to understand what exactly is happening. And if you're someone like me who's an inbox zero person, you will have absolutely no way but to open and check out what exactly that email is about so that you can read it and take it away from your system. Now, in general, people would subscribe to more than 5, 6, 7, 10 newsletters, and the inbox is going to be crowded so much that you don't even read them. Instead, go ahead and choose like 2 to 3 newsletters, not more than that, which offer eminent value to what exactly you do, and continue to stay engaged with them. At any point, if you feel like this newsletter is not making any sense to you, it is not relevant anymore, go ahead and replace them with another one. Don't add one more to the existing stuff unless the new one is like pretty amazing. So the first newsletter I'm going to talk to you about is Morning Brew. Yes, this is a newsletter company which I came into understanding through one of the podcasts. We were having a discussion whether newsletter is still relevant in today's world, and all of a sudden they told me about Morning Brew, which has close to 6 million subscribers as a unit, and they are making close to 36 million in revenue. I mean, that is pretty amazing number for a newsletter company, right? Which got me really excited, and unless they are offering real value, there is absolutely no way they can hit this number. So I went ahead, I looked into it, I signed up, and since then I've been continuously engaged with the newsletter from Morning Brew. The best part about them is that they kind of touch base on everything that is happening around the tech world, not just in terms of marketing. So that's an added advantage to what is happening in the entire industry rather than just marketing. But the downside I see is that they send a newsletter almost every day, and which is quite too much for me at this point of time. I don't keep myself regularly posted with it, but still, whenever I do, it offers great value, which is why I haven't gotten rid of it from my system. The second newsletter, which I absolutely love and I regularly engage on, is Dave Perel's newsletter. Dave Perel is a guy from UK who is into writing, podcast, authoring, etc. If you're someone who is into content copywriting, if you want to better your craft, then you should definitely check out Dave Perel's newsletter or his website as well. He was also recently in the podcast with Ali Abdal, which I really loved, wherein he spoke about a lot about his writing practices, how exactly the thought process comes into play, and it was pretty insightful. Also, he adds a bit of additional fun elements in his newsletters, like where exactly he is currently, which city he is traveling into, and a random picture which he took through his phone, during his travel over the week. So those sort of things makes the newsletter more personalized and doesn't feel like, you are reading something rather than, going through a friend's update and a friend's opinion. So that's sort of interesting, or I see as a USP from Dave Perel's newsletter. So if you're someone who is into writing, then you should definitely check out his newsletter. So yes, these are the 2 newsletters in my pack. Like I said, I don't engage myself in a lot of newsletters because they just crowd your inbox and don't really add a lot of value over the long run. So be choosy about your newsletters, but stick to them once you have decided which one to follow. Number 2 on our lineup is to stay updated about the new products which is coming into the industry, and I have 2 platforms for the same as well. Number 1 is something which everyone in the industry knows about. It's called Product Hunt. Just in case you don't know, Product Hunt is a platform wherein SaaS founders from all across the world, they would go ahead and launch their product, and people who are interested about new products like me would go ahead and check those products. The products are ranked every day based on the popularity score, and yeah, they do offer some discounts due to the launch as well. It just helps founders to get that initial traction whenever they launch a new product. So it's sort of a nice way or a nice community built around the space as well. So this is one platform which I go and visit often. It helps me to understand what are the new products which are available in the market, and if they would help me to improve my workflow, which I'm involved in currently, then definitely yes, I would go ahead and check it out. Some of the products which I use today, like Notion, Descript, have all been found through Product Hunt as well. So it's a pretty good platform in order to check out what is happening in the industry and what are some of the problems which people are solving through software solutions today. So it's an interesting platform to check out. The second platform I would check out is Appsumo. So Appsumo is a lifetime deal platform. If you're buying a software, usually we'll pay month-on-month subscription. Instead, platforms like Appsumo will give it to you on a lifetime deal. So you just pay it for once and then you can use it for your lifetime. If you are a small business owner, if you are a solopreneur, then this is a platform you should really check out. It offers some pretty good discounts, and if you can find a good deal, then yes, it's definitely going to serve you on the long run. But I personally use it to understand what is happening in the market. Once again, what are some of the products which are getting maximum traction, how exactly people are inferring to it. Especially, let's say if you want to understand a product deeply, you can enter into Appsumo, you can go and check out a deal, and then you can scroll through the questions which people ask or the features they want really, in order to understand like what exactly the problem which people are facing. So in a way, it is kind of a product market fit study. So if I want to learn more about a product, let's say, Notion, if a product like Notion comes into Appsumo, then people would ask a lot of questions. So if you're someone who is aspiring to build a product in the future, you can take all those notes and put it into your product. It would be a good fit. Number 3 on my list are the list of websites which I regularly engage on in order to take inspirations for my copy and the design work I do. This is going to be pretty interesting. So the first one in this is called Marketing Examples, another email newsletter or a website forum which I found through Product Hunt. I still remember the day it was launched. It was from a 19-year-old guy called Harry Dry. He launched it on Product Hunt. It had around 10 articles, but the way they explain every single copy or a success story or a brand case study is amazing. They just take a copy into picture and they say how exactly you can write it and why you should write it in the way. If you are a beginner who is really aspiring to write some great copies, or if you are looking for some creative ideas for your marketing campaigns, then marketingexamples.com is definitely on my list for you to check out. The second one, as a marketer, I have to write a lot of email copies. So email copy is something which has been wired into our mechanism at this point of time. Newsletters, welcome emails, product update emails, offer emails, cold emails. Wow, the type of emails you write would be plenty if you're a marketer. So for all these things, I enter into this website called goodemailcopies.com. You can enter into it. You would have a collection of a lot of these emails from major brands. How exactly have they done it? And then you can just draw some inspiration from them. In addition to this, I'm going to give you one more website, which is called CoSchedule. It has something called an email subject line tester, wherein you can enter your current subject line for the email copy, and it will give you a score of that particular copy and give you some descriptions on how exactly you can improve this email copy as well. So that's 2 for you to check out. The third one is for design, and I use 2 websites regularly for it. Number 1 is called Undra. Undra is another product which I found through Product Hunt. So they have some amazing illustrations. If you want to find some illustrations as an image for your social media post or for your website copy, you can enter into Undra. You can put in your brand colors, and then you can just download the images which you want with regards to the industry or the domain which you have entered as well. It's a pretty cool website to check out, and the best part is that they are also free, which means that's another added advantage. And number 2 on design is Pinterest. Pinterest is a pretty interesting platform. If you're someone like me who needs to design a lot of infographic content, then definitely Pinterest is something you should be checking out on. It has a lot of inspirations for infographic content or for pretty much anything, any industry, any topic. You can just use Pinterest as your Google image search. It would give you a lot of design inspirations. Let's move on to the 4th section of today, which we want to talk about, which is the communities. Communities is really the best way to keep yourself updated, guys. Imagine, like, I'm a football fan, and anything that happens around the football industry, I would be the first person to know, or one of the first person to know about. The reason is because I follow football people or football influencers everywhere. Wherever I go, my Instagram, Twitter, I would definitely have somebody there who can tell me the news which is happening then and there, and I keep checking them out regularly. So if you want to keep yourself updated on any topic, communities are a great weapon for you. So some of the communities which I engage regularly on, especially for marketing, number one is Twitter. I have a very selected set of people whom I follow on Twitter. For each topic, I have my preferences as well. Maybe I like their writing style, maybe I like the personality, could be any reason, but have somebody you follow for each topic and don't miss out on their tweets. Just don't follow everyone. You can follow me, of course, but just don't follow everyone. Have some people for regular updates and then stick on to them. That'll help you a lot. Number two is LinkedIn. Of course, LinkedIn is where the real deal is happening. I'm also making a new video exclusively on how to get your profile set up on LinkedIn and how to get more job offers on LinkedIn. So stay tuned for that. But LinkedIn is another great platform wherein people share a lot of interesting incidents about what is happening and a lot of case studies from their personal experience as well. Thanks to the character limit, people are sharing more on LinkedIn compared to Twitter, saying that Twitter is for fast access, LinkedIn is for something you want to understand deep. If you're someone like me who is not really interested in reading tons and tons of blogs, then you can just go ahead and follow some of the interesting influencers on LinkedIn to get the same idea in a very short format. Number three is something which I recently found out and recently started engaging on. It's Reddit. Now, Reddit is an area where you can not just learn, but you can also engage. So let's say if someone is asking a problem. Recently, I came across this question where someone had a question about his, ad account, and he's not getting enough click-through rates. So the community was immediately there, analyzing his ad copy, analyzing the budgeting, targeting, and everything. This would give you a wide understanding of how exactly the world approaches a problem as well. So it's not just about hearing what people want to say, but you also want to understand if there is a problem, if there is a question, how exactly people approach it, and what are the different perspectives towards solving this particular problem as well. Reddit is one such platform wherein you can get all these insights. It's still new for me, but I found it pretty interesting and I'm trying to engage regularly there as well. Number four is obviously Slack communities. There are some amazing Slack communities there. Well, a lot of Slack communities are there, but some of them are really amazing. The reason I use Slack communities is because it helps me to network with people. Most of these communities I'm a part of are pretty closed. They are more of a private circle. So it's easy to network with people, and whenever you reach out to someone, they value your message and they tend to respond. And occasionally there are some offline meetups which are happening today as well. So it just gets easy to meet people from your industry, network with them, and learn from what they are doing. So it's sort of a mini Reddit, except that the takeaway is not just on solving the problem, but also in terms of networking with these people as well. So find some good communities. It could be Slack, it could be Facebook, it could even be Twitter, but find some good communities and focus on networking with people instead of just going ahead and selling them or asking some questions regularly. Well, if it is a genuine, go ahead and ask it, but just focus on networking with people through these communities. All right, so these are the 4 pillars which I want to talk to you about. Of course, this list is not limited. There are some other ways which you do it on the go, but these are the 4 pillars which I engaged regularly on in order to keep myself updated in the marketing community. If you guys have some interesting space which I should be listening to or I should be entering into, then please do let me know. I know most people would ask about YouTube, podcasts, blogs, etc. Well, that's for another day. This is something which I thought most people haven't spoken about. So if you're a fresher, if you are someone who is early in your career, I'm pretty sure this would be of really good use to you. So go ahead and check them out. And if you have something interesting, do let me know. And by the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if possible, share this video with your friends as well. Thanks a lot. Have a good day and see you guys on the next video.